Hi, I'm Andre Faust. Earlier today, I'd received a Facebook message from a good friend of mine talking about this site that was called Fredericton eScene. He talked about it, and anyway, it caught my curiosity, and I went and I looked at the site. And I was very impressed when I first landed on the landing page, the home page. I thought visually it was a really nice page. And I looked at the menu bar, and it looked like it had information that I'd be interested into. So I made the decision then that I was going to subscribe to it. So I clicked onto to develop an account with them. And there I was very surprised. The amount of personal information that they'd ask. It was just amazing. Anyway, I decided not to pursue it any further. So I did two things. I did two screen captures. One of the account page, the sign up page, and then I looked at content. And anyway, this is what I'm going to be demonstrating. So coming up are the screen captures of the Fredericton eScene.
Hi, I just landed on the Fred eScene webpage, but I do have a confession to make. The first thing that caught my eye when I first seen this site was this sign up today. That seemed to have just jumped right out at me, especially on that blue screen, on that image that was in blue. So we're going to click on this here and we're going to see what that has to say. Okay, so we're at the create an account. Name required, username, email required, of course password. That's a no-brainer in order to get the account. I can understand the logic behind that, and it's mostly to control what kind of posts or comments that are made on the stories on the site. That makes sense because people who tend to comment anonymously tend to be trolls. But if you have to put an identity, that changes things considerably when you're posting. Just come to mind, ask Charles LeBlanc what he has to say about some of these anonymous comments that he moderates and doesn't publish, as the terms that he uses, coward jerk faces. But this profile detail notwithstanding required name. I have an issue with this here. What does it matter what your gender is if you're a trans, if you're a dude or a gal, really for posting, that doesn't. It's not relevant. So I'm going to quickly scroll down and ask for phone number, about me, relationship status. When I seen this here, I said to myself, is this a news site or is this a dating site? Because, this is what you would expect on a, matchmaking site or a dating site. I mean, really this information is not relevant to, to the posts that a person would be, viewing, or certain sections of the site that you may have to be logged in to use. This wouldn't. Of course, it could be argued that that's used, that this kind of information is used to, develop a social network, which, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, maybe it's serves both purposes. To be used as a social network tool and at the same time to collect data to sell to a third party. Who knows what this information can be used for. So job title, school, Facebook page, Twitter account, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, weblog, favorite quotes. So we come to the end, complete sign up. The good part is that they tell you that this information can be seen by everyone, so it becomes public information. Does a person really want that kind of information to be public anyway? That's one question. But we have this complete sign. But what's missing here is a link to a privacy statement, and basically what a privacy statement does, it tells the user what the information is going to be used for. I read them all the time. Some of them come right out and tell you that they're going to take the data and sell it to a third party. But in all regards, once that's in place, and if you do find that they sold, they violated their policy statement, you do have at least a legal direction to go. If not, it's tough titties, said the kitty. There isn't anything that you can do about it. So that's, this whole, like I say, this whole privacy, or this whole profile thing, I don't think it's relevant. And if anyone were to fill it out, I mean, why be factual, about it? Lie, be like a politician when it comes around election time. So, okay, so we're going to move on to the content part of the site. Now, I haven't gone through the content. So I'm doing this completely, out of the blue. So we'll go back to the home page. Okay, so we have the main menu. That's the first thing that the eye catches. You don't see anything else, and whatever the images are. So submit news, submit a picture. Those are go local. At first I seen it as geolocal. You can tell where my where my thinking is at. Anyway, let's take a look at just a couple of these. I'm just going to do a couple at random. Let's pick out attraction, and they cover the attractions. The New Brunswick Filmmakers Co-op. I like those guys. Underground Alliance. I like those guys too. And that so the pages are nicely laid out, nice and clean. Where were we at? Go local. Let's take a look at businesses here. A chamber of good information there. And take one more we'll look under did accommodations. Like I say, I'm just doing this at random. Okay, that's good. They tell you. So far, so good. We see, there's good information. Register, well, we know it's going to take us back. So let's get talking activism. Well, that's something that I'm interested in. Let's see what there is on activism. There the forum's empty. Okay, we'll pick up another one here. Buy and swap trade. That has to be a winner. So let's take a look at that. Okay, the forum is empty, so there doesn't be much participation. I'm just quickly going down. Local politics. So I'm not going to do too much more of these here because it takes time. So this gets talking to me. That tells me that's kind of the social part, the part that the author intends to get people involved. And what we're seeing is not too much there. There might be some that does have things into it, but I'm not going to take the time. Events. So this is good information. So, McGinnis and Cooper. And CCNB, I wonder if that's paid or is that pro bono. But it's good, quick information. Despite the get talking section, classified. We'll look at that because that's something that would be very useful for a person. So I'm going to look at the listings, and no results found. So I won't do any more than that. So the first impression is that, yes, there is, good information there. The social part, the interaction is a little weak. But let's go back to all news, and I will just go I'm just going to open up a page here. I don't want Get Social. We'll open up activism again. So where the story is really told is in this news category. This is where it's going to be told. So we're just going to do some quick ones again here. But that's off from the main page. I mean, I never really noticed that until I was talking and I had looked and then all of a sudden I seen this category on that side. Maybe it's just me getting old or something like that. So we're looking at employment here. Government provides target jobs. Province announces APCAS to create. Green Party's energy security. Now, I don't know what that has to do with employment, but okay, bill to create jobs and upgrading efficiency. Okay, that makes sense. That a way to go, David. Minimum wage, that's good information. So let's take a look at another one. Let's go for not-for-profit. Okay, so I'm just doing this out of random. I know I clicked under that. Okay, community living. Okay, so that's good images from election day. Volunteers, Rotary Club, Shivering. Application for annual arts. So it seems that there's more content is really located in this area here. I'll do one more. Again, just out of random draw. So far, it's been 100% hit. Okay, climate fun, good stuff. River watch, parking lot is full. Well, I don't know for this year. I don't think we have much to worry about. For a flood, not unless something bizarre happens in the next 2 weeks. City invests in solar technology for Clarny. Well, I'm going to say something very positive about that. And so this is where the content seems to be at. So to kind of put everything in a nutshell, this is basically a good information site. I don't know if it's one person or there's several people involved in collecting the data. It would be an awful undertaking for one person to do that if they're not drawing a revenue from it, because anyone who produces blogs knows that it's very time consuming. I know that Charles spends 6-7 hours on getting his information and getting it out onto his blog. When the Purple Press was going on, she was spending an incredible amount of time on producing the blogs, and I know on my end what it takes for me to do some of the stuff that I do, but for me it's a little different because usually most of the stuff involves me having to do research, so I don't produce it as fast. So bottom line is that it's very, very time consuming to put out a product about that. Overall, I do give it a good rating. It does have a lot of information, if you know where to look for it. And like I say, that Get Talking. I suspect the reason why that isn't happening, it has to do with that profile section, because like I say, I find that turned me off from signing up. I mean, basically because I wasn't going to create a false email just to subscribe to this site. But overall, I think it's a site that's worth checking out for quick information. Just remember that really all the good stuff is on that left-hand panel. So check it out, and make your own decisions, I guess, on the signing in or signing out. So till next time, we gotta go.